Good morning, everybody. So today is Tuesday. It has officially been 1 week since we did our planting. So I wanted to bring everybody out here for an update on how everything's growing. And I am so impressed. So here you guys can see that we have some lettuce growth in these two holes right here. And over here in the back corner, we have zucchini coming up. And so you guys can see kind of how big it is. That's really impressive for just 1 week's growth. And over here we have some cucumbers coming up. And here's another cucumber plant. My squash didn't come up, so I replanted that. So I'm hoping to see some growth in the next couple of days. And the same thing with my spinach. But the kale is coming up very nicely. And so is the okra. But what I'm most impressed with and even more proud of are my corn. My corn are growing up so well, and they're already about 3 inches tall. So I planted field corn, not sweet corn, and I've done some research. And at the rate that mine are growing, at the size that they are right now, for typical fields or for typical gardeners, they're not going to see this growth until around the 4th or 5th week of planting, or after planting the seeds, which is insane. They're 3 inches tall. They've already got the 3rd leaf sprouted, which is it just blows my mind. So that's just kind of give you guys a better idea of what's going on and the rate that it's growing as opposed to regular planting. And it's already been 1 week. And they're going in every single hole, which is great. So that means it's healthy soil. And again, I've only been using about a cup of water a day in each hole, and honestly I feel like that's too much. So I'm actually going to try to start cutting back and possibly using about 1/4 of a cup, or just watering every other day. Here we have some tomatoes coming up. Now those are still really small, like teeny tiny little sproutlings, but typically fruit bearing plants, they take longer to mature. My peppers haven't come up yet, and I'm wondering if that's just because I had some duds. So I actually replanted those yesterday, and hopefully I'll see some results soon. In the center, I didn't use any holes for these because they're turnips, and I think turnips do just fine in sandy soil. So as you can see, the turnips are coming up with no problem. And over here I've got peas coming up, and they're still really small, but they'll take a little longer. I've got more peas coming up over here, right there and right there. And over here in the back, I wanted to show you guys just how moist these rings are and keep moisture in. Do you see the mushrooms growing? The little tiny mushrooms? And those aren't edible mushrooms, but with mushrooms, they grow in very moist conditions. Again, we're in a desert, and I put a cup of water in these rings a day, and like, you guys can see how deep the hole is. You guys can see how big the hole is. Like, these are decent sized holes, and it's only taking a cup of water, and that's too much. That is so amazing. So I have to come out here every morning, and I should have shown you guys before. I have to come out here every morning and take mushrooms out because I just don't want the mushrooms touching it. But over here you guys can see there's more mushrooms going over here, and I have mushrooms growing in just about every hole. Not everyone, but just about everyone. So I take the mushrooms out every morning. But you know what, it's okay with me because it just shows how healthy this garden is. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys an update on a week, and I'm so impressed. So I will keep you guys posted on how everything turns out, and once the other things start to sprout, I will post another video. But until then, happy gardening!